Hi, I'm Javier Ibarreche with De Estreno, and I'm here with Tom Hiddleston and CHIWETEL EJIOFOR to talk about the life of Chuck. How are you guys doing?
We're doing really well, thank you, yeah.
I want to start by asking you, well, one of the key messages of the movie has to do with the dance between art and science, right? Taylor's drumming is both a beat you can count and also a flow. Chuck's granddad's accounting is both math and artistry.
Yep.
And this resonated with me very deeply because now I do this for a living, but a few years ago I was teaching math and I know that there's some showmanship involved in there. So I wanted to ask you guys, what's an instance in your own life where art and science dance?
That is a great question. CHIWETEL. I need to think
No
about
pressure.
This. Yeah.
I would say for me, it's language. You know,
Okay.
when I started working, when we started, you know, in theatre, we were everybody was very specific in Shakespeare about the iambic pentameter. So the amount of syllables in a sentence, and then you realized in working, you know, not just in Shakespeare, but in modern text as well. David Mamet does it, you know, that there's very precise pentameter that he uses, and even if somebody else finishes a sentence or whatever, and then you realize that actually it's used in life, that we often speak in a pentameter, and we just in our own sentence structure, and that some of the things that is satisfying about dialogue. And so math and dialogue, when you're either when you're writing dialogue or when you're reading dialogue, the math of the dialogue, the rhythm of the dialogue is something where I think artistry and math
Come together.
Yeah, they
amazing.
form like a piece in performance, you know,
Yeah.
that's part of the performance.
That's amazing. I think, well, I've had more time to think about it, but based on what you're saying, I think filmmaking itself is where art and science dance. I'm always amazed, and I've been doing this a while, we've been doing this a while, and that when I'm on a set, there is so much science. Nothing could happen without, you realize that there, you know, lights have been orchestrated in a very particular way to illuminate a scene. Microphones have been hidden inside people's clothes or out of frame. Cameras are on incredibly technical rigs with, you know, either Steadicam. There's so much science and rigor in creating this atmosphere that can capture a moment, but the moment itself must be spontaneous. If it's too scientific, it won't live. So the science is doing the capturing, but the art is in the performance somehow. And there's a kind of magic to that.
Yeah, there's so much engineering also at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's this connection I noticed. The movie, well, but there's a quote by Carl Sagan that says, "We are a way for the universe to know itself." And Carl Sagan is referenced a couple of times in the movie.
Yes.
And I'm amazed at how this was turned into a plot in the movie, because Chuck contemplates his own life, his own universe, but at the same time it's this universe contemplating him as well.
Yes.
So I think this has a lot to do with movie making, because you also get to create a character and you get to contemplate them, and you also get to see an audience contemplate these characters as well. Thinking of this quote of Carl Sagan, basically my question for you is, do you feel like you know yourselves more after seeing yourselves in the movie? Are your characters a way for you to know yourselves?
That's a great
I
question.
think inevitably, you know, ever since I started acting, I think that was, because part of being an actor, I think, is that thing where you want to be able to express yourself, you know, but through someone else, you know, because it's easy, it's sort of easier. There's some art forms where you have to be who you are, you know, that if you're standing on a stage with a guitar and you're singing a song that you wrote and you're, you know, playing a tune, it is you know.
Yeah.
And there's somehow within this art form, within acting, that you're able to kind of, you know, you're able to shield a little bit of yourself within the dynamic of playing somebody else, but it has to be in you, you know, it has to be part of you somehow.
Right.
And it's always interesting, the bits of a character that are easily accessible and the parts of a character that are harder to reach. And characters do tell you about who you are, about, you know, what your, you know, meaning to use the word, it's like what your soul is, you know, just how you come together.
Right.
I don't know if I could put better myself. That's exactly how I feel about it.
So just to very, very quickly, just to wrap it up, there's the song that young Chuck dances to with Cat McCoy is the very same song that we hear a little bit at the very end of the world.
Yes.
I was wondering what song would play in your end of the world?
One More Time by Daft Punk.
Love it.
I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah.
Just came into my head. Like,
Yeah.
it's the end of the world.
I was thinking
One
closing
more-
time, but yeah.
One more time. One last dance. Celebrate and dance so free.
That's a good way to go. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I have like a million questions about this movie, but anyway, that's my time.
Your
Thank
questions
you so
were
much.
fantastic.
Fabulous
I
questions.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.